Hey everybody, Wisdom here. It is really late, 4:20 a.m. Monday, July 28th. There's gonna be some Dark Edition gameplay, basically what I'm gonna showcase here to you. Dark Edition, you've got Snapshot and Food Fight with the addition of Wildfire, and most importantly, as you see here, the ultimate Chaos Trap. Now, gonna get things started here with Dark Food Fight. I actually really like the guy. I think he may wind up being one of my favorite characters. Just looks like a ton of fun. We've got some screenshots here. That's when he's building up what I think will be the tertiary attack. There you see it. I'm assuming tertiary. Let's take a look here. You're going to see, I believe, the tomato gun will be primary, and then kind of the plant bomb would probably be secondary, and that leads me to think that the tomato roll would be tertiary. All this is speculation, but this is just kind of a nice little showcase. Secondary, primary, evasive, strategic attacks, if you will. Right here, check this out. You can see him charging up that tomato, and then he's going to hop on it and actually roll over the enemies. The enemies also look really cool. They look like a Mario World meets Plants vs. Zombies. Now look at the tomatoes vying out in the soda stream down there. That could turn out to be defensive, maybe like a plant bomb type thing. I'm really excited about seeing how that pans out. He did not have that when I was at E3, so that is new to me. Now right here, the enemies, those birds, I don't know who came up with those, but I'm really excited to battle those guys. Kind of a different take on them. I've seen quite a few of them. But it looks like the tomato gun was upgraded there too. Now, right here we've got some Traptanium. You'll note that funky sound. That's why I showed up for this, so you could actually pick up on that. But just kind of, your primary, secondary stuff again here. Nothing too fancy, but I'm really excited about seeing what those tomatoes do, either from an offensive or defensive point when they vine out. Up next, we have Dark Snapshot. He looks great, in my opinion, in the dark rendition there, primarily because the translucent blue weapons offset everything. There's some screenshots here, and that is building up, of course, to the gameplay we're going to take a look at. Alright. Right here, you're going to see he has kind of the jump attack, I believe is what that is. It's kind of a little bit slower, but look how fast he can fire off the arrows. That's a good sign. In terms of how well he'll progress. Again, I believe that's probably his jump attack, if you will. Don't hold me to that, but that's what I'm guessing. Now, right here, this is a really cool attack. Kind of reminds me of Zap. It's just initiated. The guy that shot those arrows at him is really interesting. Now, pay attention. See the Mabu guy in the background? He just gets pummeled by that guy and takes no damage. That's interesting. Now that's further upgraded. It has like an octopus, tentacles coming up. Looks like an enchanted enemy or something. Here's Chompy Eradication via Jump Slam. Haven't really heard a lot about the Jump Slam. Nothing new. I think Trolls up there chucking down some explosives. Now, of course, we're getting into Dark Wildfire. If you buy a standard starter pack, Wildfire is not included. If you go dark, you get the dark version of Wildfire. That enemy right there is who I'm interested in, and I think it's a garden variety. Now, I've assessed things with him. He's got kind of like the flame torch. You can hit the shield, and then he has a spin. If you pay close attention, I think one time they showed us what I think would be his jump attack. Alright, so he's not even concerned about these close but again, shield bash, and then kind of like the close range projectile thing going on. Alright, I think there's the next clip. I think it's the last clip I set it up, where he will actually do the jump slam attack. Alright, get ready folks, and... okay, well, my bad. But I think somewhere in there's a jump slam attack from him where he just jumps up in the air, slams the shield down. It's really cool. Ties in with what we saw from Snapshot. Again, little subtle things. If you actually go through and analyze it, you'll see they've added a little bit. You see some more enemies or characters in the background. If you pay real close attention, you'll see some Mabus held hostage. But the thing that gets me the most excited about this is simply with Food Fight. I want to know if those tomatoes are going to be like they are with Zook, where it's like defensive cactus type thing, and Shroom Boom. If it's going to be more of an offensive deal, if it's going to be like Plants vs. Zombie style, where an enemy comes up on the tomato plants and they're just going to blow. I think that's going to be really cool. Now, I realize most of you are probably more concerned about Wildfire and Snapshot. I kind of like to stay more in touch with the core Skylanders, if you will. They're the people that, Food Fight may come back in Skylanders 5, whereas Wildfire and Snapshot probably not, because they consider them guest stars. That said, if you have not ordered your Dark Edition, I suggest you do so. Why? Because you get the extra character, you get the really cool poster, you get all the perks of that, but most importantly, you get the ultimate Chaos Trap. Again, not 100% sure here, but I would have to assume that is going to be your only way to get the Chaos Trap on day one. The good news is Dark Edition Starter Pack available retailers everywhere, not exclusive to any one retailer like it was GameStop last year. Should be easier to get your hands on it. I know they're saying they're limited edition order now. If you don't pre-order, I'm inclined to believe you can pick it up. It's something that I think they're going to want people to have access to. Don't hold me to that. If you're by all means planning on giving it for a Christmas gift, I would probably pick it up. Chances are it would still be available given the mass retail and the fact I think they want people to have it. But it's going to be interesting to see how people do. I've got polls running on the blog, oneofwisdom.com. You can head over there, right-hand side below the Twitter feed. Interestingly enough, I feel like I connect better with like the hardcore fans. I don't really do the let's have some fun and show myself on TV gameplay. I kind of go into the details, the numbers, everything like that. And interestingly enough, last I checked the poll, which was a couple hours ago, the vast majority of people that had responded were getting both the Dark Edition and the Standard Edition. So very cool observation there. That said, I'm going to end this one. I keep it relatively short for you. All this overlap, I'll stick some extra pictures out there for you to enjoy. But as always, thanks for watching. If you like what I'm doing, hit that button. Make sure you are subscribed. You can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. And again, in the comments section, let me know what you enjoyed most from this new Dark Edition gameplay stuff. If anything subtle in the background caught your eyes, if you're like me and you're the most interested by what you saw at Food Fight, or maybe you're kind of more with the masses and you're kind of more enticed by the Trap Masters themselves. So like I said, let me know what you think of the Dark Edition gameplay, and we will catch you back here next time.